Mongolia, a land of boundless horizons where the echoes of ancient empires still whisper through the windswept steppes. From the rugged Altai Mountains to the mystical Gobi Desert, this nation pulses with a rich tapestry of culture, history, and breathtaking landscapes. In this journey, we'll unearth the secrets of the nomadic traditions that have withstood the test of time, and venture into the heart of a land where Genghis Khan forged an empire that stretched farther than the eye can see. Join us as we embark on an odyssey through the soul-stirring beauty and profound history of a nation that's poised to capture your imagination. Mongolia is a landlocked gem nestled in East Asia. It shares its borders with the mighty Russia to the north and the bustling China to the south. Covering an astonishing 1.5 million square kilometers, it's one of the world's largest landlocked nations. However, what truly sets Mongolia apart is its strikingly sparse population, with just 3.3 million souls calling this vast land home. In fact, it holds the distinction of being the world's most sparsely populated sovereign state. Expansive grassy steppes stretch out as far as the eye can see, kissed by the mountains to the north and west, while the formidable Gobi Desert stands sentinel in the south. It's a land where nature's grandeur knows no bounds, and where Ulaanbaatar, the capital and largest city, cradles roughly half of the country's population. Mongolia is not just any ordinary country, it's a place of superlatives. It's the world's largest landlocked nation that doesn't border a closed sea. Its average elevation, perched on mountains and plateaus, is a breathtaking 5,180 feet, 1,580 meters above sea level. And for those of you who are curious, it's about 435 miles, 700 kilometers, away from the Yellow Sea. Mongolia is known for its extreme temperature fluctuations, where the mercury can swing by a staggering 35 degrees in a single day. Rainfall, however, is a rare guest, with the country receiving only about 4 inches of precipitation per year. And speaking of the south, it's dominated by the Gobi Desert, one of the coldest deserts on Earth, covering a mind-boggling 500,000 square miles. But what truly sets Mongolia apart is its rich culture and history. For much of its existence, Mongolia remained a well-kept secret, hidden from the prying eyes of the world. Traditional Mongolian yurts or jurs became emblematic of this mysterious land. These dome-shaped, tent-like structures offer all the comforts of home, with stoves for heat and cooking, plush rugs to cover wooden floors, cozy beds, and clever storage solutions. Today, many gurs even boast electricity, satellite dishes, and solar panels, bridging the gap between tradition and modernity. Mongolia's heart beats to the rhythm of its traditions, and one of the grandest celebrations is Nadam, a summer festival that brings the nation together in a whirlwind of sports, games, and delicious food. Notably, children take part in these festivities, showcasing their skills in horse races and much more. Mongolia's nomadic heritage remains alive and well. Many Mongolians continue to raise animals, relying heavily on meat and dairy products for sustenance. The Bactrian camel, native to Mongolia, with its distinctive 2 humps, roams these lands, while the small yet resilient Mongolian horse thrives in the harshest of climates. However, there's a looming concern. The Gobi Desert is expanding. Each year, an additional 1,400 square miles of desert encroach due to changing land use, including farming, animal grazing, and deforestation. Global climate change might also play a role in this transformation. In this fragile ecosystem, wildlife faces threats. The rare snow leopard is endangered, but it finds a sanctuary in Mongolia's nature reserves. As human activity claims more land, species like the musk deer have nowhere to hide from illegal hunters, posing the grave challenge to conservation efforts. Mongolia's governance is a unique blend of democracy and tradition. The country is led by a president elected by the people, although their powers are limited. The real control lies in the hands of the parliament, with 76 members, which selects the prime minister and cabinet officers. Mongolia, a land where the past meets the present, where nature's majesty reigns supreme, and where traditions run deep. Number 1. Mongolia has more horses than people. In the vast expanse of Mongolia, a land steeped in tradition, there's a saying that resonates deeply. A Mongol without a horse is like a bird without wings. And it's not just a saying, it's a way of life. Here, horses aren't just animals. They're companions, providers, and a symbol of wealth. Can you imagine a place where the number of horses surpasses the human population? Well, that's Mongolia for you. With over 3 million of these majestic creatures roaming free, and just a bit over 3 million people, it's a staggering fact that truly underscores the deep bond between Mongols and their equine companions. For nomadic Mongols, a herd of horses isn't just a sign of wealth, it's a way of life. They rely on these creatures for everything from transportation to sustenance. Mare's milk, a staple in their diet, is derived from these noble beasts. And, on occasion, horses are respectfully used for their meat. Horses aren't just a practicality. They're woven into the very fabric of Mongolian history. In the days of Genghis Khan, these animals were instrumental in the conquests that forged an empire. Even today, Mongolians are celebrated as some of the world's finest equestrians. Mongolians hold a spiritual belief that a horse's spirit lives on, even after death, and can influence the well-being of the living herd. It's believed that the essence of a horse resides in its mane. A long, thick mane signifies strength and vitality. Number 2. Nadam Festival, the Olympic Games of Mongolia. In July, Mongolia transforms into a vibrant spectacle during the Nadam Festival, akin to an annual Olympic Games. This celebration commemorates the 1921 revolution, a pivotal moment in Mongolia's history when it declared itself a free nation. The heart of the festival lies in Ulaanbaatar, where the opening ceremony dazzles with a captivating display of Mongolian culture. Picture processions, military parades, and mesmerizing ethnic dances, all woven together in a tapestry of vivid colors and stunning traditional attire. It's an experience that encapsulates the essence of Mongolia. And if you find yourself in Mongolia in July, mark my words, you do not want to miss out on this extravaganza. It's a cultural immersion like no other. The Nadam Festival, or Aryan Gurvan Nadam, in Mongolian, translates to the 3 games of men. These 3 games, wrestling, archery, and horse riding, form the beating heart of the festivities. Yet, it's important to note a lingering gender disparity. Until recently, women were excluded from horse riding and archery events, with wrestling remaining an exclusively male domain. However, there's a fascinating tale of a woman who ingeniously disguised herself as a man and triumphed in the competition. To prevent such deception in the future, participants are now mandated to wear open-sleeved tops. Number 3. Gobi Desert is the 5th largest in the world. Did you know that the Gobi Desert, spanning across Mongolia and China, ranks as the 5th largest desert on the planet, covering a whopping 0.5 million square miles? It's a semi-arid marvel, boasting scorching summers and bone-chilling winters, a true testament to nature's extremes. Surprisingly, only 5% of the Gobi is actually adorned with sand dunes. The rest is a rugged expanse of bare rock. But here's the real kicker. It holds the world's largest trove of dinosaur fossils, including precious dinosaur eggs. Imagine stumbling upon prehistoric treasures in this desolate landscape. As if that's not enough, the Gobi Desert played a pivotal role in history, serving as a vital stop along the legendary Silk Road trade route. And speaking of unique inhabitants, have you heard about the Mazalai? They're the sole bear species tough enough to call a desert home. But sadly, with just around 50 left in the wild, they're critically endangered. Now, here's a nifty survival tip for any desert adventurer. If you find yourself disoriented or lost, simply observe the direction in which the gurs, traditional Mongolian nomadic tents, are facing. They're positioned to shield families from the harsh northern winds, providing a natural compass for those in need. Number 4. Mongols drink fermented horse milk. You see, in Mongolia, nomadic families keep a menagerie of animals around their jurs: horses, camels, goats, and more. The key player here is the mare, whose milk is collected and left to ferment, giving birth to the infamous arak. It's a staple in the nomadic diet, served generously to guests upon entering a gur. It's even considered impolite to refuse. But arak isn't just a drink. It holds deep spiritual significance for the Mongols. It's used in religious ceremonies, sprinkled on the ground for victory before battles, and even showered on horses to celebrate triumphs. Taking a sip or tossing it in the air is a common gesture, a way to bless and celebrate life's victories. It's truly a fascinating part of Mongolian culture. Number 5. Mongolia's currency has no coins. Mongolia bucks the trend with its unique paper-only currency, known as the Mongolian tugruk or tugrug. So, if you're a currency collecting enthusiast like Stefan, this is a fact you can't afford to miss. To put things in perspective, $1 will get you roughly 2,500 tugruks in Mongolia. And their highest value note? Well, that's the 20,000 tugruk note, which is worth about $8. They've got you covered for all your paper money needs, starting from there and working their way down. So, next time you visit Mongolia, be prepared to embrace the world of coinless currency, where your wallet will be bursting with colorful paper notes instead. It's just one of the many intriguing aspects of this amazing country. And there you have it, folks. Mongolia, a country steeped in rich history, captivating landscapes, and fascinating traditions. From the astonishing fact that it's the most sparsely populated country in the world, to its mind-boggling nomadic culture that has stood the test of time, there's so much more to this landlocked gem than meets the eye. Thanks for joining me on this eye-opening journey. Don't forget to hit that like button, share with your fellow explorers, and hit subscribe for more captivating facts about our incredible world. Until next time, keep exploring.